So, okay, so I'm gonna carry on with this storyline here with Elmo. So, oh, okay, so if you remember the REM song that was on the radio, I said it was connected to Over the Moon. So, Over the Moon is metaphorical for my the other four ladies being over me, or specifically, Jaden being over me. So over the moon because there's an association to when you show someone your buttocks, that's called mooning someone. So there's an association with me being an a-hole. So it means over the a-hole, meaning there's certain people that don't get me. So I don't know if you noticed about the face though here, Gail. She kind of looks, you know, very similar to Maya. I mean, Elma. So over the moon is like the people that I've selected, right? Like Jaden, Leah, Tatum, and Charlotte rejected me, leaving Elma. So that over the moon is connected to Mind on the Moon, Mind on the Moon by Snow. So Snow sings a song about everybody wants to be like you, meaning, wow, geez, I wish I could be like Amon, have a shot to be the creator of all existence. How come she got selected? Well, she got selected because there needs to be a bridge built where that bridge is going to be taken down, losing that connection. So that's why she's been selected. So I haven't really broken down the lyrics for this, but let's see what we got here. If he's got lyrics there. Okay, yeah, there's some here. So you want to think of that as Alma comes home, checks her phone. She fools herself that she's not alone. So the fool part is being like when you see aliens come here pretending to be the mother and father of all creation, it's going to create the illusion that you're not alone anymore because there's going to be somebody here pretending to be your mommy and daddy when I'm telling you that I'm their daddy and I'm looking for a mommy to stand beside me. So, but everybody wants to be like you. So it's there's gonna be two competing stories here. So I'm saying that I'm the creator. These other guys are gonna say that they're the creators, and everybody on planet Earth is gonna want to be like the people of Israel because they're gonna see the UFOs and potentially associate those UFOs with being the creators, and everyone's gonna want to be like you guys. However, it could be the other way around where I just said everyone wants to be like you, Alma, because you know you now get a chance to stand beside me as the mother of all creation in the event that you decide to listen to what I'm saying as opposed to listening to what those aliens are going to tell you. So it all boils down and all this ends. So you turn around and you got no friends. So when if this ends by you guys following them and they transform you into androids, you're gonna find that you have no friends in the end because you're gonna go there if you step in. If you I guarantee you, if you step foot in those spaceships, that's it, and you're gonna realize that you have no friends, that they're liars. So they think they love her. So I really love. I would really hate to be her. They think they love her when they see her. So that's you guys. So when a female comes over here pretending to be your mother, if she pretends to be from Israel, well, then you guys are going to think that you love her because you really haven't been taught stories about a mother creator. Well, that's not true. There's some evidence that you guys had a polytheistic belief system in the past. So if you see her, you guys are going to think that you love her. It's like, wow, there's a mother creator pretending to be our mommy. We love her, right? But I'm telling you, she's not real. So it's basically saying that you're gonna fall in love with the idea of being with her, right? When she's gone, she just don't know. So when she's gone, when she's gone, she just don't know because you guys will come back somebody else. So she inherited the drama. So right now there's gonna be a mother coming over here pretending to be your mother, and I'm telling you that you could be the mother. So there's some drama that's going on here. It was passed down from her mama. So the mama that's gonna come over here, there's going to be two competing stories. That drama, if you play your cards right, can be, whoa, we're not getting on your spaceships because that man says you guys are bad people. We just can't jump on the bandwagon. We, excuses if we do our due diligence. Besides, this girl here, who is, Alma, is being told that she could potentially be the mother of all creation if we play our cards right. So there's going to be some drama there that you're going to inherit from your mama. That's what that means. You're going to have one person claiming to be the mother of all creation, and I'm telling you that you could potentially become the mother of all creation if you stand beside me. So there's a little bit of drama there going on. That's what it means. And her daddy, that's the father, he would only drink wine. So the wine is associated with Christianity because Jesus turned water into wine. So it's talking about a mother and father here coming here pretending to be your mommy and daddy through the association of drinking wine. So only if she came around. So that's about Alma. Only if she came around. But she's slowly going down, means if only Alma came around to my side of the story, but she's slowly going down, meaning, she's jumping on the UFO when I told her not to get on it, and now she's slowly going down. So, she looked a whole lot older. You never know. Nobody ever told her you would know that she was 16. So I'm assuming, in a few years, that's how old, this potential future bride could be. So there's a connection there to almost like a timeline, like, in the event that the other girls drop the ball, it just basically means that we could be starting a communications, in a few years, in other words. So it's referring to that. So this 16 here is connected to how do you want to put it? I would say the Snow White because there's an inkling of somebody moving up the ladder, so to say. So if you got the mother here, but then you got this other lady up here who at 16 could supersede that lady, it's referring to that. So there's a connection through the association of Snow White and this guy being the name Snow. So it's a prophecy, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you, in a few years. So the next one is the Snow White. So Snow, mine on the moon, and Snow White is referring to a potential future timeline where Alma and her family decide to advocate on behalf of spirituality, because spirituality is all 7 colors of the rainbow, which make up the 8th element spirituality, which is basically the color of white light or light. So that basically means snow light, meaning snow spirituality, meaning, they have their mind on the moon. So it's theoretically possible that perhaps Gal and Geron and the family have their mind on the moon, meaning we have a potential to become that lady from the moon, like the goddess on the moon. You have a potential to be that goddess on the moon because nobody wants to stand beside this perceived a-hole. So that's what Snow White basically means. So Snow White is connected to the Ballad of Songs and Birds, but you wouldn't know that because of one particular line in this movie. So or this trailer, I should say. So all these clues are interconnected through snow. So this is the trailer you want to look for. Okay. So it says at the beginning, it says, "I'm honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games." That's basically, if you take a pause, it just means I'm honored to introduce to you the creator. That's me. And these Hunger Games are basically me being hungry for a soulmate, hungry for somebody who can love me. So hunger, like you're hungry for love. I'm hungry for love. So that's metaphorically what the Hunger Games is about. However, On a different note, it's about us getting rid of all this horrible food that we eat here in favor of more healthier choices. So you want imagine a world where we don't have no more McDonald's, where you can't go get a burger and fries, right? Something like that. So it's referring to us having to change our diets later. But for now, the main meaning is about me trying to find somebody who can who's not afraid to eat my love in terms of I think I could love that guy. It's hungry, like I'm hungry for love, right? So um, every game has a victor. So I've summoned you all here, which is the ladies, for the 10th annual reaping ceremony. The reaping ceremony is referring to whoever it is who steps forward to claim this title as a new mother of all creation. All them other girls are going to have to reap that. Like reap it. You had a chance to become the mother of all creation, and you chose to not do anything about it. So now this other girl from Israel now becomes the mother of all creation. That's what it means. Like reap it, Saugeen, because you didn't step up to the plate to secure your position as a Native American creator, and now we got an Israelite creator because you didn't step up to the plate. So it means reap it, ladies. In which we choose 2 children from each district. So what that refers to is basically this here. So these 2 here, like the atoms in your body that make up your body, that's a spirit. That spirit is always alive, and it lives in a perpetual state of dreaming. This here is your soul. That's your consciousness here. So there's 2 of you, but you wouldn't know that unless somebody taught you that. So all the atoms and quarks that make up every atom in your body, that's a spirit. So you have one person there. This one here is what takes you to sleep every night when you go to sleep. That's a spirit. So when you go to sleep at night in your dream, you're entering the spirit world. So you have one spirit here, one spirit here. This is your soul. Those are your atoms and quarks. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. So the 2 children, in which we choose 2 children from each district, metaphorically means choosing one person with 2 spirits, so that eventually they can become that. So this is grandmother time, right? And she's that there as well, the moon. But right as it is right now, that's me. And so whoever it is that's going to become me will become that, and I think that one. Because these are the plants and animals here. These are the plants and animals, and insects and fungi. So whoever it is that becomes a new mother will become time, that moon, and potentially that there. Because that's grandfather right here. These 2 are grandfather. So to fight to the death in the Hunger Games, or to fight to the death in the Bachelor, you might as well say. From District 12, Lucy Gray Baird. So that's a representation of it can be a representation of Elma, due to the similarities of looking like somebody from the Middle East, because she has dark hair like Gal, right? So as a mentor, Mr. Snow, you'll notice that there, Mr. Snow, which is connected back to this person here, Mr. Snow, and Snow White. So your role is to turn his children into spectacles. So my role is to put you ladies front and center on the worldwide stage as new mother creators. That's what they mean, spectacles. Not survivors. Meaning only one of you can become the mother creator. That's one meaning. However, it's also about these imposters coming here. I'm telling you, there's 22,400 planets of children running around out there. Every planet is a planet full of children. And when they come here, all they do is they put their Neuralink inside the clone body of an adult to pretend to be an adult. But when they leave and get what they want, which is the total destruction of mankind, they go back home and put those Neuralinks inside a child. So your role, Anthony, is to turn these adults coming over here pretend to be the mother and father of all creation into spectacles, and that's what this YouTube teaching series is about. To show you a side of them that you may not know, because you wouldn't know all this information unless I teach it to you. So that's what it's about. It's about, there can be only one girl. You girls are now the spectacles of mankind, like, a TV show for them to watch where there can only be one victor. But at the same time, these clowns kind of trying to come around here pretending to be your mommy and daddy, but actually being children when they go back home to their planets after they get rid of all mankind. So we're not supposed to make them survivors. I tried to make them survivors by asking them to bring me my UFOs for the 19th time, and they didn't bring them. And because they didn't bring them last Friday, we're now in a war to eradicate 22,400 evil civilizations. That's what it also means. So, what does my mentor do besides bring me roses? Rose is actually the name of the AI that's going to come here pretending to be your mother. That's literally her name, Rose. So I'm basically bringing you roses, or I'm bringing a computer or a machine over here whose name is Rose, who wants to eradicate me. So what does my mentor do other than bring me artificial intelligent operating systems in the human body called Rose? Is what it means. So I do my best to take care of you, Alma, and family and nation. So you really want to take care of me in that arena? Start by thinking I can actually win. And it's very difficult to, determine who's going to win this. But, I have to spread my faith around between 8, 9 girls. I'm thinking I'm up to 9 or 10. I'm up to 9 or 10 now, actually. So, I have to spread the faith around to everyone. So I really don't know who could do it, but I believe you can. I do honestly believe you can. So start by thinking I can actually win. So then he talks about, I'm Lucky Flickerman, first ever host of the Hunger Games. That's me. I'm Anthony Oliver Kagi, first ever host of the Hunger Games or the Bachelor, the Universal Bachelor show. Enjoy the show. 5. So there's your number, right? Because you're the 5th angel from Revelation. So that's what that means. Enjoy the show. And you hear 5. There's a countdown. 4. And then it says, enjoy the show. 3. And then you hear 2. Enjoy the show. So when you hear enjoy the show, it's referring to me and this show that I'm creating for you. So please enjoy my show. Enjoy the show. So what happens in there? Filled with the terror, becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator. That's referring to you guys walking on a UFO, thinking, you get to investigate what it looks like on the inside. I imagine them coming over and saying, you're more than welcome to come investigate these UFOs, guys. Come on board. And then that's what that means. What happens in that UFO, filled with the terror, becoming prey. So you're basically prey. I mean, they need to get you on that UFO to turn you into a predator. You know what I mean by predator, right? Do you? If you get on that UFO, they're going to turn you into a machine. A machine that comes from a civilization of children or predators. So, what happened in that UFO, filled with the terror, becoming prey? See how quickly we become, predators? Don't get on that UFO. They'll do that to you, and then you'll be gone. And inside the neural link, inside that version of you, will be a predator. Is what it means. Because you didn't listen to me. See how quickly civilization disappears? So if they could get all 27 million of you Israelite people onto the UFOs, your entire civilization will disappear because they'll get rid of you. And that's what I'm trying to prevent. Don't get on anything. Don't go anywhere near those UFOs because that's their objective, to get rid of you and replace you with computer, let's just call them androids, with an android who will be controlled with a neural link in the brain so they can imitate you and then come back here and proclaim yourselves as the creators so that you can cause a civil war. And when your civilization disappears, that's what's going to exactly happen. They'll get you on UFOs, claim to take you off the planet to go see, the promised land. Yeah, they'll get rid of you. And when everyone comes back, everyone's going to be a machine. And then everyone's going to say that they're the creators. It was a wonderful world. You guys need to see it. why don't you guys get on there? We'll take you over there slowly, and then they'll enlist the help of the Christians and the Islamic people. Slowly get them to get on those spaceships and fly over to that supposed homeland. And the more people they can wrangle up to get on their UFOs to go see the supposed homeland, are only the believers or those that believe in the faith system are going to be allowed on those UFOs. And every time they take over, a bunch of people over their supposed homeland, they'll get rid of you. And every batch that comes back after they get rid of you is going to proclaim that the homeland is wonderful and everyone else needs to see it. And they'll keep doing that until they get rid of half of mankind. And once the half of mankind that they take over their supposed homeland is all gone, everyone's going to come back a goddamn robot, and then they're going to wage that. They're going to wage that civil war against the rest of us over here, and that cannot be allowed to happen. So don't get on those UFOs. Otherwise, your civilization, Israel, will disappear, followed by the civilization of mankind. See how quickly civilization disappears? So there's a natural goodness built into us all. That goodness is you guys determining, do we believe these guys that come down out of the sky proclaiming to be the mother, father of all creation? Or do we listen to that Native American guy over there? I may not agree with what that Native American guy did in the comfort of his own home, but hell, that guy's honest as hell. I've never seen a more honest person in my life. If he's speaking the truth about every little thing that ever happened during his vision quest, not to mention all the transgressions he's committed over his lifetime, versus these guys, one has to wonder if he's being 100% honest with all the transgressions he's ever done, which I have because I've written a letter to my community, confessing every transgression that I've ever committed in my life. So everyone in my community knows everything that I've ever committed in my life. And I'm about to tell you everything that took place here because there is another book I wrote where I tell you everything that I did in this bedroom. Who can you trust? If I'm telling you through two books, a book that I wrote, that I've done this, and that here, then you can trust me. I'm 100% honest. I'm not Satan the deceiver. So that natural goodness that's built in you means, you have to weigh your, I would call it racial impartial or racial, what's the word? Racial disparity, I guess. There's a natural racial disparity built into all of us. And when some other race comes over here proclaiming themselves to be the mother and father of all creation, you're going to instantly jump up on the bandwagon. You're going to instantly start cheering and clapping, despite what I say. You're going to instantly believe this because you see these miraculous miracles they can pull off, resurrecting the dead, healing the sick, and flying their UFOs. That's all smoke and mirrors, so they can get rid of you. So the natural goodness built into us all means you need to let go of the power tripping that you're on and listen to me. Otherwise, you can make a mistake. So this is we can step across that line into evil, meaning you use the better judgment of your mind. It's like he's right. I'm looking up there right now, and I'm so proud to be on the center stage as the creators because these guys are from they're Israelite people. So let's say they come here as Israelite. So if they do come here as Israelite, and you guys are going to be so proud to be the creators because that's what they're proclaiming. But if you step across that line into evil, meaning if you step across that line and allow your better judgment to get the better of you because you got a big ego, you're not going to survive. So if you step across that line into evil because you let some smoke and mirrors cloud your better judgment, and then you get an inflated ego, they're stepping across that line in evil. You need to take a step back, analyze the teachings that you've been taught, and say, okay, there's an honest man. I can trust him. I think I'm gonna sit in my little box, my little corner of the world, and I'm just gonna analyze things and see how this plays out. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to step across that line in case he's right and they get rid of me. And I don't want to get an inflated ego just because they say they're Israeli people. So I'm gonna take a back seat, and I'm gonna just sit here and not inflate my ego, and I'm gonna wait and see how this plays. That's what you need to do. And if you do that, you're not stepping across that line into evil. You're not letting the dark give you a big ego, because that's what's gonna happen. You're going to get a big ego if you allow them to with their smoke and mirrors tempt you with temptation, and that's all it is. It's temptation. Temptation. What does Yoda say? Uh, I forget what it is. Fear. Fear is the shadow of greed. I think that's what Yoda says. So if you fear to lose being the creators when they come here, that's the shadow of greed. In your mind, you're being tempted with greed because now you got a UFO out there where they claim that the universe is yours, and that's just to fill your head with the shadow of greed. If you allow the shadow of greed to overcome your better judgment, you're going to make a mistake. Don't make that mistake. You might want to watch the one I'm talking about where Yoda's like talking about that shadow of greed. So this is the one here you want to watch. Okay, so he's talking about fear, where he talks about fear is like the shadow of greed. So you gotta train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Otherwise, you could lose yourself. So when you watch that, train yourself to let go of the fact that they're a bunch of liars and that the universe is not yours, because that's the shadow of greed, and that will make you make a mistake. So include that in your videos that you need to watch. So I'm at here almost half an hour. So you can step across that line or not. So if you train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose, which is train yourself to let go of the fact that there's a potential that you're not the creators, because there's another guy over there claiming to be the creators, and now there's a power struggle. If you train yourself to let go of the future timeline where you're not the creators, but that you could be the creators, if these other four girls make a mistake, it'll be a lot easier for you to stay on my side of the line. Don't step across that line over to here. Stay here with me. And that's what that's about. So you can step across that line into evil or not. So you hear that, boy? So that boy is, my son, the evil primordial God, Paul. You hear that, Paul? It's the sound of snow falling. Meaning, you hear that, boy? It's the sound of, Elma, Gal, Jaron, and their other three children falling. Meaning, there's a potential that if I can convince your family to follow me for a little bit, you guys could fall in love with spirituality. You could fall in love with Native American spirituality. You could also fall in love with the fact that you have a potential to become the new mother of all creation. And if that doesn't happen, well, you're still the four angels who are going to be married into the creator family. You're going to have direct links to the creator family. It's not like I'm abandoning you and tossing you out the door after I'm done, seeing where this plays and seeing if you advocate for me and everything. You still have direct ties to the creator family, and there'll be a great bond there. I mean, you need to look at it from that way. So if it plays out the way it's supposed to play out, and let's say Jaden does become the mother, well then you have direct family lineage. Like you'll be having barbecues with the mother and father of all creation, right? So, and because of that, me and her could walk around in Israel and visit you guys over there. So you got to look at it from that perspective, that you may be losing something, but you're gaining something. So I hope that you begin to fall for this notion of becoming the mother and father of all creation, but also if that fails, that you still have family ties. And that's what it's referring to. You hear that, Paul? That's the sound of Israel falling in love with a Native American father and the potential of becoming the mother of all creation. And if that doesn't work out, well, then they at least have family ties through Gal Gadot to the creator family. And have a different mother, and now can who can walk around with Anthony over here in Israel. So it's the sound of a family falling in love with the idea of spirituality, and it's the idea of a family falling in love with the idea of being a mother creator, and it's the idea of falling in love with Native American spirituality. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm at half an hour. I don't want to overload your plates with all this information, because if I keep talking with more and more information, it's hard to digest it all, because you now have to go back and you have to watch these videos that I played for you, and I think there's 3 or 4 of them, and then you you got to listen to me talk. So typically, what I would do is I put on my video, and then when I reach a section, I stop watching it, and then I go watch the trailer or whatever it may be song. So I put this on here next because it's about I could fall in love with the creator if the cards play out the way they're supposed to play out. So through that association of, you hear that, boy? It's the sound of snow falling. It also means, you hear that, Paul? That's the sound of Alma falling in love with the idea of becoming a new mother creator. And if I can convince you of that, you guys might be able to get out of this, without becoming machines. Because if you get on those UFOs, that's what's going to happen. So you hear that, boy? It's the sound of Snow White falling in love with the idea of being a mother creator. That's what it means. So got to watch this Hunger Game one. There's somebody on here. So, you watch The Man on the Moon again. You watch Over the Moon. You then listen to Snow. Then you watch the Snow White. And then you watch the Hunger Games. And when you've done that, go to the next video in this playlist. Next video, because it'll carry on from there.